do you talk about getting your hair cut in English? You don't usually say, I cut my hair. That means you did it yourself with scissors in your bathroom. Instead, a native speaker would say, I had my hair cut. How do you talk about convincing your friend to help you move to a new apartment? You could say, I persuaded my friend to help me. That's correct. But a native speaker would probably say, I got my friend to help me. These special verbs, have, get, and make are called causative verbs. They are the secret language of delegation, persuasion, and influence. They allow you to talk about causing things to happen without doing the action yourself. And today we are going to learn how to use them. Welcome back to our advanced series, English Grammar Unlocked. I'm your host, Scarlett. Today, we are learning how to talk about causing other people to do things for us using the powerful causative verbs. In this episode, we will turn a grammar lesson into a story about planning a big, chaotic, and beautiful wedding. First, we will join a wedding planner named Alex as he uses have, get, and make to get everything done. Second, we will master 7 essential vocabulary words for delegation and persuasion. And finally, for our language focus, we will break down the specific structures and meanings of our 3 main causative verbs. Are you ready to take charge? When you are a professional and you pay someone to do a service for you, what's the most natural way to talk about it? Let's check the to-do list of our wedding planner, Alex, to find out. Part 1. Delegating tasks. The causative have. Our story today follows a wedding planner named Alex on the morning of a huge, important wedding. He is standing in the middle of a beautiful garden, looking at his clipboard with a long list of tasks. His job is to make sure everything is perfect. He doesn't do everything himself. He delegates. He arranges for professionals to do the work. He talks to his assistant. Okay, let's review the final checklist. I already had the invitation sent out last month by the printing company. This morning, I need to call the bakery and have the giant wedding cake delivered to the venue by noon. The flowers are here, but they are still in the truck. We need to have them brought inside right now. He looks at his watch. The bride is at the hair salon. She is having her hair styled as we speak. The groom is at the tailor. He is having his suit pressed. Everything seems to be on schedule. Let's pause Alex's busy morning. He is using our first causative verb, have. The structure he is using is have plus object plus past participle. For example, he had the cake delivered. The main job of this structure is to talk about delegating a service, especially a service that you pay for or arrange for a professional to do. Alex didn't send the invitations himself. He arranged for the printing company to do it. The bride isn't styling her own hair. She is at a salon where a professional is doing it for her. This is extremely common in everyday English. For example, I need to have my car fixed. She is going to have her house painted. We had our passports checked at the airport. There is also an active form, have plus person plus base verb. For example, I had the mechanic fix my car. This form is used to show that you gave someone the responsibility to do something. Paying for a professional service is one thing. But what about when you need to convince or persuade a friend or a family member to help you, especially if they are a little hesitant? For that, you need a different and very useful causative verb. Part 2. Persuading people. The causative get Alex suddenly gets a call. It's the DJ for the party. He is sick and cannot come. Alex feels a moment of panic. The wedding is in a few hours and there is no music. He thinks for a moment. I know, he says to his assistant. The groom's younger brother, Sam, is a fantastic musician. He plays the guitar beautifully. I will try to persuade him. Alex makes the phone call. We can imagine the conversation. Sam is nervous. He doesn't think he is good enough. Alex encourages him, tells him how great he is, and explains how much it would mean to the bride and groom. A few minutes later, Alex hangs up the phone, looking very relieved. He tells his assistant, "Great news. I got him to agree to play. It wasn't easy, but I convinced him." This is our second causative verb, get. The structure is get plus person plus to infinitive. For example, I got Sam to agree. The main job of this verb is to talk about persuading or convincing someone to do something. There is usually a sense of challenge or difficulty involved. You have to try a little bit to make it happen. It is not a simple instruction. It is a success in persuasion, Alex continues. Now his guitar is at his house. I need to get his sister Lisa to bring it here. Can you call her and convince her to help us? He doesn't say have his sister bring it, because he is not her boss. He needs to persuade her. He needs to get her to do it. Sometimes things happen that are completely out of our control. A situation can force us to do something we didn't plan to do, something we might not even want to do. How do we express this feeling of being forced by a situation? Let's see what happens next at the wedding. Part 3. The force of the situation. The causative make. Just as Alex is starting to feel relaxed, he looks up at the sky. Dark gray clouds are moving in very quickly. Suddenly, a loud clap of thunder echoes, and it starts to rain heavily. The entire wedding was planned for the beautiful outdoor garden. Alex looks very stressed. He speaks into his walkie-talkie to his team. This is a disaster. The rain made us move all the tables and chairs inside the tent. The sudden storm also made the guests run for cover. This unexpected change made me feel very stressed. This is our third and final causative verb, make. The structure is make plus person, plus base verb. The main job of make is to talk about forcing someone to do something, or causing a situation where there is no other choice. Alex and his team didn't want to move the tables. The rain forced them to do it. Make can also be used to talk about causing an emotional reaction. The bad weather didn't persuade Alex to feel stressed. It directly caused him to feel stressed. It made him feel stressed. This verb is very strong and shows a lack of choice. For example, my boss made me work late. The sad movie made me cry. The wedding planner has successfully managed the chaos, and the party is now continuing inside the beautiful tent. Now, let's step back and become grammar experts ourselves. Let's analyze the powerful verbs of influence he used to get everything done. Part 4. Language focus. First, let's master our 7 essential vocabulary words for today's lesson. Our first phrase is causative verb. A causative verb is a verb used to show that one person or thing causes another to do something. For example, have, get, and make are important causative verbs. Our second word is to delegate. To delegate means to give a job or a responsibility to someone else. For example, a good manager knows how to delegate tasks to their team. Our third word is to arrange. To arrange means to plan or organize something in advance. For example, Alex needed to arrange for a new musician at the last minute. Next, we have to persuade. To persuade means to make someone agree to do something by giving them good reasons. For example, he persuaded his friend to help by explaining how important it was. Our fifth word is to force. To force means to make someone do something that they do not want to do. For example, the bad weather forced them to change their plans. The sixth word is responsibility. A responsibility is a job or a duty that you must do. For example, it was Alex's responsibility to make sure the wedding was perfect, and our final word is to convince. To convince is very similar to persuade. It means to make someone believe something or agree to do something. For example, it was difficult, but I managed to convince him. Now for our grammar focus. Causative verbs have, get, make. Let's make a final clear comparison. Have is used for delegating a service. You give someone a responsibility, often a professional you pay. The structure is have plus object plus past participle. Example, I had my car washed. Get is used for persuading someone. You convince them to do something. The structure is get plus person plus to infinitive. Example, I got my friend to wash my car. Make is used for forcing someone. They have no choice. The structure is make plus person plus base verb. Example, my mom made me wash my car. You've learned the grammar of delegation and persuasion. Now, how can you practice these natural-sounding structures in your own English? Part 5. Practice tips for the 4 skills. For listening, watch a reality TV show about planning a big event, like a wedding or a home renovation. The hosts are always using causative verbs. You will hear them say things like, we need to have the walls painted, and I need to get the contractor to agree to our deadline. For speaking, talk to your AI tutor about the services you use in your daily life. Use your voice and the causative have. For example, on Saturday, I need to have my hair cut. Or, for dinner tonight, I think I will have a pizza delivered. For reading, find a blog post or an article where someone is describing a time they organized a party or a trip for a group of friends. Look for sentences where they talk about convincing their friends to help or arranging for services. And for writing, this is a perfect exercise for your journal. Write a short paragraph about planning your dream birthday party. Your challenge is to use have, get, and make at least one time each. For example, I would have a beautiful cake made. I would get my best friends to help me decorate. The happy music would make everyone dance all night. Part 6. Your next action today, you have unlocked a secret to sounding more natural and fluent in English. Causative verbs are used by native speakers every single day. You can now talk about your life not just in terms of what you do, but also in terms of what you arrange, what you persuade, and how the world influences you. This is a very sophisticated and useful skill. As we conclude, let's quickly summarize our lesson. We followed Alex the wedding planner and learned the key differences between our 3 main causative verbs. Have for delegating, get for persuading, and make for forcing. We also learned 7 essential vocabulary words for this topic. As a review, those words were causative verb, to delegate, to arrange, to persuade, to force, responsibility, and to convince. Now, I have a final question for you. Think about something you need help with. What is one service you need to have done professionally? And what is one thing you need to get a friend to do for you? Let's practice using have and get in the comments section below. If you are committed to making this mindset a part of your life, show your energy by smashing that like button. Be a hero for a friend by sharing this video with someone you know who is planning a big event. And to lock in your commitment to learning, subscribe and smash that notification bell so you don't miss our next workout. Remember, you now have the grammar to get things done. Until next time, take care and happy learning.